In last video, we discussed about the 11th house Bhavat Bhavam in Vedic Astrology. In this video, we are going to talk about the 12th house Bhavat Bhavam in Vedic Astrology. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, help you raise your vibes and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one, which will help you navigate further faster into your life in Vedic Astrology. Okay, if you're not following me on Instagram, this is my ID. Go follow me on Instagram. And if you want readings or consultation, please check out the link into the description below. 12th house Bhavat Bhavam. What is 12th house? 12th house is 12th from the ascendant. Every house has a 12th house. 12th house is 12th house from ascendant. You experience your life through this body, the first breath of your life in this body, this ascendant, and the end of it, the dissolution of it, is in the 12th house of your horoscope. So 12th house is considered as the house of loss. 12th house is also about the house of foreign things, foreign cultures, asylums, jails, isolation, dissolution. All these are the signification of the 12th house. We have made a separate video on the 12th house. If you have not watched that video, I recommend you to go and watch that video. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the 12th house Bhavat Bhavam. 12th house Bhavat Bhavam is a 12th house from the 12th house. Okay, so what is the 12th house from the 12th house? It is the 11th house. 12th house is a very unique house. It is second house to your Labhasthan. Then why it is loss? 12th house is second to your 11th house and 11th to your second house. 12th house is not all that bad. The dissolution of your soul, going back to the source energy, is what is signified by the 12th house. 12th house is a dissolution of your ego. The first house creates your self-ego, your self-esteem, your life, and the dissolution of it is the 12th house. But 12th house from the 12th house is the 11th house, which is considered as the most benefic house of your horoscope. In last video, we have already discussed as to how 11th house is second to the 10th and 10th to the second. And that's why it is the most benefic house. But apart from being second to the 10th and 10th to the second, it is also the 12th to the 12th house. So it is loss to your loss. 11th house is also 6 places away from the 6th house. So it is an obstacle to your obstacle and loss to your loss. So it is the ultimate gain. And guess what? 11th house is ruled by Saturn in the natural horoscope. That is the Aries ascendant horoscope, Kalpurush Kundali. 11th house is ruled by Saturn. Karaka for the ultimate gain, the fruits of your karma, is Saturn. Okay, and you won't believe, but 12th house is not ruled by, 12th sign is not ruled by Saturn, but it is ruled by Jupiter, which we consider the most benefic planet. Okay, and we consider Saturn as the most malefic planet, and it is the ruler of the 11th house. Each house has the 12th house. Suppose you are considering the 4th house. 4th house is the house of your mother. So what is the 12th from the 4th? 12th from the 4th is your younger sibling. And what happens when you have a younger sibling? When you have a younger sibling, your mother has to give more attention to the younger sibling. And that is a kind of a loss for you for her affection. So in this sense, the third house, the house of sibling, your sibling is, your younger sibling is lost to your fourth house, that is mother. The love of mother you will get is getting divided. So it is kind of a loss to the fourth house. Let us talk about the third house. Third house is not only the house of younger siblings and short distance travel, but it is also the house of your hobbies, and more importantly, it is the house of your courage, your parakram. Okay, and what is 12th to the second? Excuse me, what is 12th house to the third house? 12th to the third is second house. So your family is kind of a loss to your courage. So there are some restrictions on your parakrama due to your family. Okay, you may be courageous, but you are restricted because of your family. Oftentimes we see this in films, like our hero is unstoppable. Now the villain is kidnapping some of their family members. Your second house, the family, is kind of a loss to your courage. Similarly, you can judge any house. Take the seventh house for example. 12th to the 7th is sixth house. And what is the sixth house? Sixth house is the house of the arguments, delays, and legal matters, divorce. What is divorce? Divorce is the loss to the seventh house of marriage, contract, and long-term relationships. Let's take an example of the ninth house. Eighth house, the house of death, is 12th to your Bhagyasthan. Okay, the Bhagyasthan is 12th to your Karmasthan. Your Karmasthan is 12th to your Labhasthan. So when you are judging the 12th house from any house, you have to consider the signification of that house and how it can be a loss to that house. Okay, there may be exchange of lords and many things happening. For that you need to understand the basics of these houses. So any house which is second to the house gives strength, which is dhana, and any house which is 12th to any house is kind of a loss, house of loss. Need not be a monetary loss, it can be a subtle loss, like a younger sibling. We discussed the example of a younger sibling. Having a younger sibling is fun, but at times it's kind of a loss to your affection or love you're getting from your mother. It gets split, it's your loss. Now we are going to go through the comments we get into the community tab of our channel. Okay, so the first question asked is ascendant Mercury and 10th Lord Mercury in 12th house with 12th Lord itself. What should be career of native? Manish Sharma, for that we need to see the detailed chart of it. You have Sun and Mercury in the 12th house. Sun and Mercury creates a Buddhaditya Yoga and it is very good for career. If it is 10th from the moon, it will definitely give rise to this yoga and it will be good for your career. And as 12th house is also involved, you can be involved into the foreign things, foreign culture, foreign clients. Veer XYZ, I have Gemini ascendant, Mercury is in 12th house and Venus in the first house. So is the exchange between the Lord of the 12th and first really bad? No, any exchange is positive and it is good. Even if it is exchanging the lords between the malefics, I see it as a very special feature of the horoscope. Abhilasha Sharma, what does it attribute to when ascendant Lord Mercury sitting in the ascendant itself, Virgo, gets closely combust by the 12th Lord Sun? Abhilasha, you need to check the degree of the Mercury, as in if it is really combust, and if it is combust, what does it shows is it is kind of a asta planet. If you have a planet which is set or asta, it is not able to give results into the horoscope. Okay, so first you have to check the degrees and see if it is exactly the degrees to call it combust. Okay, And if you don't know the degrees, you can watch out my combustion video. I have given the degrees for each planet. Srinivas Anegondi, my ascendant is Kanya and Mars is in 12th house. What is the effect of this? But Mars works very well in the sign of Leo. Okay, it is debilitated in the sign of Moon, Cancer, but it works extremely well in the 5th sign, that is Leo. Mangesh K, 4th Lord Sun, 5th Lord Mercury, 7th Lord Mars in 6th house aspecting the 12th house Aries. Mars and Mercury combust in 6th. Please tell general significance. It can mean a lot many things because there are conjunction of 3 planets, their lordships. Sapna Singh, what will be the outcome of any retrograde Jupiter in the 12th house during its Mahadasha, Antardasha for Capricorn ascendant? In this case, 11th house Mars has, in this case 11th house has Mars and Ketu in the 11th house. N6, exalted Sun in 12th house, and Sun is the lord of the 4th house. N6, you have 4th house is the house of your happiness, and when you have exalted 4th house lord in the 12th house, what it shows is you love the isolation. You may live in an isolated place, maybe in foreign country. Okay, that's what I can see from this. Amit Singh, sir, what will be the result of Mercury and Sun conjunct in the 12th house? Amit Singh, we have already discussed this. Hope you have got your answers. Samir Bhagwat, if 12th Lord sits in the 6th house, does this position forms Viparit Raj Yoga? As I am Scorpio ascendant, having Venus as my 7th and 12th Lord sitting in the 6th house, does it form Raj Yoga? When you have a Lord of a Dushtana house placed in another Dushtana house, it creates the Viparit Raj Yoga. Okay. And yes, in your case also, you have 12th Lord sitting in the 6th house. So yes, it creates Viparit Raj Yoga. Ascendant and 10th Lord Mercury is with 12th house, with 12th Lord Sun itself. What should be the career of native? It creates a Buddhaditya Yoga, and career depends upon the sign in the 10th house and the sign in the 10th house of your D10 chart. Okay. Next is Veer XYZ. I have Gemini ascendant Mercury in 12th house and Venus in the 1st house. So is this exchange between Lord of 12th and 1st house really bad? No. Any exchange, in my humble opinion, is a special feature of your horoscope and it tend to give the better result. Abhilasha Sharma, what does it attribute to when ascendant Lord Mercury is sitting in ascendant itself, gets closely combust by the 12th Lord Sun? When you have a combust planet, it is kind of a set planet. Okay, set is like we have a sunset. A planet gets set when it is close to that. Okay, when you have a planet combust. Okay. Abhilasha, I feel you should go watch my combustion video. I have explained everything in detail into the combustion video, and I have also given the degrees of the combustion for each planet. Hope that will help you. Next is Srinivas Anegondi. My ascendant is Kanya and Mars is in 12th house. What is the effect of this, sir? My ascendant is Virgo. Mars in the sign of Leo, which is the sign of his friend Sun, gives good results. Okay. Mangesh K. 4th Lord Sun, 5th Lord Mercury, 7th Lord, 12th Lord Mars in the 6th house aspecting the 12th Lord. All these lords into the 6th house aspecting the 12th house. You can 12th Lord in the 9th house gets debilitated for Cancer ascendant. So it can be the love marriage with the foreign culture, or your spouse may be from the foreign culture, but it will have again the 12th house element and it is debilitated. So maybe you can have a love marriage abroad. Learner for life. What happens if there is exchange of 12th lord and 11th lord, especially if not friends? It will give bad results. Say for Scorpio Lagna, 12th lord Mercury goes into the 11th house of Libra and Venus goes into the 12th house. Any exchange, I feel, is a special feature of your horoscope. It will give good results with respect to 11th and 12th houses. What happens when 12th house lord sits in the 11th house, that is 12th from the 12th? So what it shows is 12th to the 12th is loss to the loss, that is your gain. And where are you getting these gains from? You are getting these gains from the 12th house things. It can be spiritual, it can be foreign things, it can be the foreign land, okay, it can be the isolation, all the 12th house things, and now you are getting the labha from that 12th house. So yes, this was 12th house Bhavat Bhavam, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. Hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.